की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधारा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधारा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. This is Anita Ramya from Sharjah, UAE, welcoming all of you to this Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. I thank all of you for attending this session. Please forgive me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy names which are to be avoided, written by Sri Vyasadeva in the Padma Purana. Number 1, to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. Number 2, to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of the Lord Vishnu. Number 3, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. Number 4, to blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. Number 5, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. Number 6, to give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord. Number 7, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. Number 8, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, Karma Kanda. Number 9, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Number 10, to not have complete faith on the strength of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chatting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success, that is Krishna Prema. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, I once again welcome all of you to this Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. So, before moving on to the next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam, I would like to know who are all present on the call today. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण राम्य मत हरे कृष्ण अनिता माता जी धन्यवाद प्रणाम शिला प्रभुपाद की जय गुरु महाराज की जय प्रीति दासी फ्रॉम शार्लोट हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna, Preeti Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Welcome to the call, Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devadasi from College Station, Texas.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call, and thank you for all your services, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol, Shamagari Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble senses. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Shamagiri Devdasi, Charlie.
Hare Krishna, Shamagari Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Very nice pink color jacket, Mataji. Hare Bol.
Thank you, Mataji.
Anyone who would like to introduce themselves?
Hare Krishna, Anita Ramya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. My humble obeisances to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. This is Sushmita from Canada.
Hare Krishna, Sushmita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Obeisances to all of the Vaishnavas present here. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is Ekaradika Leela Devidasi.
Hare Krishna, Ekaradika Leela Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna. Anyone who would like to introduce themselves? Hare Krishna, anyone who would like to introduce themselves?
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karna Devi Dasi from Lincoln.
Hare Krishna, Indulekha Karuna Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna. Okay. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I once again welcome all of you to this Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. So today we will be moving on to our next session, that is Srimad Bhagavatam, which will be given by His Grace Mohan Prabhu. And before moving on to the session, I would like to hand over call to Sushmita Mataji to give brief introduction about Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Sushmita Mataji. Please take over.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today we are so fortunate to have His Grace Mohan Prabhuji on our call today. Mataji, I think my video might switch off. So I am going to read the brief introduction about Prabhuji. His Grace Mohan Prabhuji is a monk, a life coach, and an inspirational speaker. Prabhuji is a disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj and a resident monk at ISKCON Chowpatty in India. He is a student mentor at the Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, where he also earned B.Tech degree. Prabhuji has a Master of Science degree in Quantum Physics from University of Illinois, Chicago. Brajamohan Prabhuji has given seminars on science, spirituality, leadership, relationships, and self-development. He has been speaking on various topics at prestigious universities and at several corporations in the US and in India for over a decade. Using ancient wisdom for current dilemmas, his message inspires the audience to think deep, act right, and live full. So we are so eagerly waiting for Prabhuji's class. Thank you, Mataji, for giving me the opportunity. Hare Krishna. Over to you, Mataji.
Mataji, please unmute yourself, Mataji. You're muted, Mataji.
Sorry, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Shushmita Mataji. Thank you so much for that brief introduction about Prabhuji. And yeah, so your face was very well visible also, Mataji. You were thinking that your face will not be visible, but it was visible. Thank you so much, Mataji, for your service. And yeah, so dear devotees, I once again welcome all. But I think Prabhuji has not joined. Before Prabhuji joins, let's have a few more introductions. If you want to introduce themselves, yourselves, you can go ahead.
Mataji, Prabhuji will join in 2 minutes.
Okay, Mataji, sure. Anyone would like to introduce?
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru and Gauranga, all glories to all the assembled devotees in the call. This is Harita from Missouri City, Texas. Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Harita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna. Anyone would like to go ahead to introduce themselves till Prabhuji joins? Okay. So otherwise we can chant. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare
Ram Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Yeah,
Krishna
Prabhuji
Krishna
join.
Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Ram Ram Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, dear
Hare
devotees. I once again welcome all of you to this Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. So today we will be moving on to the next session, that is Srimad Bhagavatam, and the class will be given by His Grace Braj Mohan Prabhu, and it is on the Canto 7, Chapter 12, verses from 26 to 31. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for giving us your valuable time and association. Over to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from 7th Canto, Chapter 12, verses 26 to 28 or 31. Vacham agnau savaptavyam indre shilpam karavapi padani gatya vayasi ratyopastam prajapato mrityopayam visargam cha yatasthanam vinirvishet dikshushrodram sanalena स्पर्शेन्याध्यात्मनि त्वचम् रूपाणि चक्षुषा राजन् ज्योतिषी अभिनिवेशयेत् अप्सु प्रचेतसा जिह्वम् ग्रेयैर्घ्राणं कृतौन्यसे Vacham, speech, Agnav, the fire god, the personified god controlling fire. Savaktavyam, with the subject matter of speaking, Indri unto King Indra, Silpam, craftsmanship or the capacity to do work with hands, Karo as well as the hands, Api indeed, Padani the legs, Gatya with the power to move, Vayasi unto Lord Vishnu, Ratya sexual desire, Upastam with the genitals, Prajapatau unto Prajapati, Mrityau unto the demigod known as Mrityu, Payam the rector, Visargam with its activity evacuation, Cha also, Yatasthanam the proper place, Vinirdishet one should indicate, Dikshu unto different directions, Srotram the oral sense, Sanadena with sound vibration, Sparshena with touch, Adhyatmani unto the wind god, Pacham the sense of touch, Rupani form, Chakshusha with eyesight, Rajan, O king, Jyotishi in the sun, Abhiniveshayed one should endow, Apsu unto water, Prachetasa, with the demigod known as Varuna. Jivam, the tongue. Greyai, with the object of smell. Granam, the power to smell. Chitav, in the earth. Nyasit, one should give. Translation. Thereafter, the object of speech, along with the sense of speech, the tongue, should be bestowed upon fire. Craftsmanship and the two hands should be given to the demigod Indra. The power of movement and the legs should be given to Lord Vishnu. Sensual pleasure along with genitals should be bestowed upon Prajapati. The rectum with the power of evacuation should be bestowed in its proper place unto Mrityu. The oral instrument along with sound vibration should be given to the deities presiding over the directions. The instrument of touch along with the sense objects of touch should be given to Vayu. Form with the power of sight should be bestowed upon the sun. The tongue along with the demigod Varuna should be bestowed upon water. And the power of smell along with the two Ashwini Kumara, demigods, should be bestowed upon the earth. Since there is no purport, we will also continue with the next verses. Text 29 and 30. Mano manorataischandre buddhim bodhyaikavau pare karmana dhyatmana rudre yadaham mamata kriya satvena chittam kshetragye gunair vaikarikam pare apsukshitim apo jyotishi ado vayau nabas amom kutaste taccha mahati tadavyakti akshare chatat. Mana, the mind, Manoratha, along with the material desire. Chandra, unto Chandra, the moon demigod. Buddhim, intelligence, both they with the subject matter of intelligence. Kavau pare, unto the supreme learned person, Lord Brahma. Karmani, material activities. Adhyatmana, with false ego. Rudre, unto Lord Shiva, Rudra. Yet wherein Aham, I am the material body. Mata, everything belonging to the material body is mine. Kriya, such activities, Satvena, along with the existential conception, Chittam, consciousness, Kshetragya, and to the individual soul. Guna, along with the material activities conducted by the material qualities. Vaikarikam, the living entities under the influence of material modes. Pare, in the supreme being. Apsu, in the water. Kshitem, the earth. Apaha, the water. Jyotishi, in the luminaries, specifically in the sun. Adaha, the brightness. Adaha, brightness. Vayo, in the air. Nabasi, in the sky. Amom, that. Kutasti, in the materialistic conception of life. Tat, that. Cha, also. Mahati, in the Mahatattva, the total material energy. Tat, that. Avyakti, in the non-manifested. Akshare, in the super soul. Cha, also. Tat, that. Translation. The mind, along with all material desires, should be merged in the moon demigod. All the subject matters of intelligence, along with the intelligence itself, should be placed in Lord Brahma. False ego, which is under the influence of material modes of nature, which induces one to think, I am this body and everything connected with this body is mine, should be merged along with material activities in Rudra, the predominating deity of false ego. Material consciousness, along with the goal of thought, should be merged in the individual living being, and the demigods acting under the modes of material nature should be merged along with the perverted living being into the supreme being. The earth should be merged in water, water in the brightness of the sun, this brightness into the air into the sky into the false ego into the total material energy, the total material energy into the unmanifested ingredients, the pradhana feature of material energy, and at last the ingredient feature of the material manifestation into the super soul. Text 31. Iti akshara Iti aksharatayatmanam hinmatram avasheshitam Jnatva dvayota viramet dagdayoner ivanala. Iti thus aksharataya, because of being spiritual. Atmana, oneself, the individual soul. Chit matram, completely spiritual. Avasheshitam, the remaining balance after the material elements are merged one after another into the original soul. Gnatva, understanding. Advaya, without differentiation or of the same quality as the or of the same quality as the Paramatma. Atha, thus Viramet, one should cease from material existence. Dagda Yoni, whose souls the wood has burnt up, Iva, like Anala flames. Translation: when all the material designations have thus merged into their respective elements, the living beings, who are all ultimately completely spiritual, being one in quality with the Supreme Being, should cease from material existence, as flames cease when the wood in which they are burning is consumed. When the material body is returned to its various material elements, only the spiritual being remains. Thus, this spiritual being is Brahman and is equal in quality with Parabrahman. There is no purport, and this chapter ends. Thus, end the Bhaktivedanta purports of the 7th canto, 12th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Perfect Society for Spiritual Classes. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Karavayam Bharati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruho Priyutapalakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatamritam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Harijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. It's my great pleasure and fortune to be amidst the devotees to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam and seek blessings and permission from all the devotees to share some reflections on this chapter and in this verse. Seventh canto, as we know, is famous for Lord Nrsimhadeva's pastime, where he protects his devotees. And the Lord just doesn't protect his devotees coming as a person, but he also protects his devotees by setting up a system. And there is a purpose for establishing that system. And here in that, towards the end of the chapter, the way the Lord protects and upgrades our consciousness uh, through following different varnas and ashramas is being discussed in this chapter by Srila Narada Muni to Maharaj Yudhishthira. And Yudhishthira Maharaj inquired about the varnashram dharma, which is one of the quite debated as aspect in our movement. What exactly is following Varnashram Dharma? Is it to go and live in the villages or in the forest, or in our modern context, where we are all doing jobs that are not exactly in the Vedic, realm, can it be applied? And herein, we'll see the different a amalgamation of both the traditional aspects of the Varnashram along with the core qualities of the different orders of life. And Sri Narada Muni describes, just a minute. Sri Narada Muni describes what are the duties of a brahmachari, a grahastha, and this particular section is said to be the duties or the rules of a vanaprastha. And we can see that, sannyas is not for everyone. It's not that everyone is expected to come till the order of sannyas, but everyone is expected to at least come to the stage of vanaprastha. Or, it is not vanaprastha, it is vanaprastha. Vana means forest, and prastha means one starts to proceed. Even in Hindi, the the way the numbers have been named, it said that 50 is called as pachas, and pachas, pacha means also to to eat or to digest. We see swapacha or pachamyannam chaturbhuja. So to digest is called as pacha. So pachas is 50, and then 51 should be is called as ekavan. You'll see Ektali is 41, but ekpacha, they don't call it ekpachas, they call it ekavan. Ekavan means eka means one, and one means 50. So now you're supposed to proceed to the forest at the age of 51. So the first 25 years ideally is brahmachari life. Next 26 to 50 is grahastha life. And 51 to 75 is vanaprastha life. And one is supposed to start to detach oneself from all the attachments that one has accrued during one's stay in this material realm. And letting go of our identities is a very difficult task. Therefore, sarvopadi vinirvoktam. Sri Rupa Goswami, when he defines bhakti, he defines two ways. One is internal internal aspect, anyabhilashita shunyam, jnana karmadi anavritam, anukulyana krishnanushilam, bhaktiruttama. In this definition, Rupa Goswami focused on the desire aspect. Anya abhilashita, there is no other desire other than serving Krishna. Anya abhilashita shunyam, jnana karma anavritam. So the karma, those who are having karmic desire, karma influence by karma, they, for them, satisfaction or definition of success is how they are able to achieve. What am I achieving? I want to achieve. And those who are in the Jnana platform, they are in the mode of what am I, understanding. What am I learning? What is my awareness? Is my awareness increasing? And the karma is my empire increases. And both these aspects, that we are not here just to keep on learning. We are not, nowadays so many videos come on YouTube, like 10 things about this, or do you know the secret of what this person why he did that, or uh, so many things. And this curiosity of our mind tends to want to know so many things. But a devotee, he only uses his curiosity in serving Krishna and in pleasing Krishna. And and so that verse focuses on the desire aspect. And the another definition of pure bhakti, which is sarvopadi nirmuktam. So upadhi means all that we have identified with, our positions in this world, and this and that, and all this upadhis vinirmuktam. Rishi- Rishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Uttama. That when we give up all our upadhis, all our identifications, because whatever we identify with, that's what we yad smriti yad bhavam. So whatever we identify with, whatever we that is the type of memory we carry. And if I am identifying myself as a businessman, then my memory will be filled with all the business things. If my identity is of a family man, my father and this and that, then that is what I'll be, remembering in my time of death. So the Vanaprastha stage is where you kind of understand that my goal, I have to now prepare for my next project. I'm not here just to comfortably eat, live, and die. I'm here to prepare. And therefore, one starts to exclusively focus. All that one is doing in the hmm, previous is all, engagement. He's occupying himself. But now he starts to shun off that, all that, so that he could focus. And the natural question comes that if ultimately we have to give up everything, then why do we take up? Why do we take up all the identities, different things? And the reason for that is that we all have samskaras, we all have these tendencies. And till these tendencies are engaged, doubted, and fulfilled, we will not be able to fully surrender to Krishna. Will be dissatisfied. Sometimes some devotees, forcefully, uh, try to uh, suppress their, natures, because it is not favorable for bhakti. Or like Jagat Mataji, she was just sharing that. All her, in since her childhood, she loved to paint and do artwork. But then when it came to bhakti, uh, the definition of success was to uh, to collect money, collect funds, uh, to sell books, and to maintain temple. And apart from these three, if you want to just make some artwork, or say design something, it was not that appreciated, or except for some festival or for some dressmaking, just as an hobby. So uh, there are two kinds of mindset. One is that we uh, we see the need, and we accordingly try to mold ourselves. Whatever is the need, accordingly we start to mold ourselves. Another is that our nature is there, and we start to see that my nature, uh, you know, uh, where does it uh, create the most impact? So, well, what is your inspiration, and uh, where is your impact? And we have to match that. And Otherwise, Krishna says in the Gita that these bejas, these seeds of karma, unless they are engaged, unless we engage our proclivities, suppressing them, nigraham kim karashati, Krishna was highly against suppressing one's nature. Of course, there are two natures. One is a lower nature, one is a higher nature. Lower nature of greed, anger, they have to be purified. They have to be eliminated gradually. But the higher nature, or natures that are not necessarily violent, necessarily breaking breaking regulative principles, those natures should be doubted. So most of the time, we don't even know what's our nature because we are so much influenced by the society, and the society we go into this wanting to look cool in the society, wanting to be accepted in society, and just go by that route. And but uh, as we come to start to practice sadhana, and as we come to a sangha where authenticity, being genuine with our limitations, with our natures, like Arjuna was accepted by Krishna. When we start to have such a society around us, then we start to, and therefore uh, in the olden times, uh, there was not much confusion about nature because most of the times, the way your birth is, most of the times that was the nature that you carried. Therefore, Janma had an influence on the guna and karma. Sometimes we say, hey, this particular nature he got from his father or mother. But that is not whole and soul. There are stories where uh, somebody may be born in a lower caste, like Narada Muni was born, but his nature was different. He was submissive, he was not playful. He was extremely wanting to serve the sadhus. Prahlad Maharaj also, although born in the family of Rakshasas, he didn't carry that nature. So therefore, it is not a whole and soul, but that the children will carry all the traits of the parents. It also depends on so many other factors of the consciousness and Krishna's will of purifying that particular living entity uh, because based on his karma that he has carried. So in this way, there's all these natures are there, but those natures cannot just be unleashed. Those natures for the first 25 years should be trained under a guru so that the most essential quality for progress in life is submissiveness to and service attitude. And these two things are taught in the Gurukula by the teacher so that he just doesn't, go like Dhruva Maharaj. He was on a killing spree when Yakshas had killed his brother. I think arrested his brother or killed. So then, once Brahma came, uh, he immediately became submissive. So that's the nature of a brahmachari. That's the core quality that is inbuilt, that is ingrained into a brahmachari of being submissive. Because arrogance can easily creep in, and an arrogant mindset can never advance. One time I was asking our leader Radha Gopinath, what is that one quality one needs to have to be even selected to be trained as a leader? So Prabhuji said, he should be open for feedback, open for learning. So if somebody corrects him, he should be able to take it. And he should be also be open for if some new thing is being taught. Then he should be able to learn, be open for learning. And so in the Gurukula, the student and the same quality is trained in the homes to the girls by the mothers. And most of the times, there are these satsangs, and when there are these satsangs or meeting the rishis, so that time also the girls have that opportunity to learn directly from the sages. We entered many of some of the Upanishads are between a discussion between Garga Muni and his wife Gargi. And most of the Puranas are between discussion between Lord Shiva and Mother Parvati. Therefore, it was not that Vedic knowledge was debarred, but the way it was given was different. And then the duties of a Grasta are given in verses 17 to 23. Sorry, what duties of Vanaprastha are given from verses 17 to 23. And the Grasta is not given, and Sannyasi is not given in this verse. Maybe in the next chapter. Yes, the next chapter's name is the conduct of a sannyasi. Is being told, and the chapter 14 is the grahastha, is the ideal family life. The qualities of a grahastha are being told. So in this chapter, 12th chapter, is Narad Muni focuses on brahmachari, qualities of a brahmachari, and qualities and activities of a vanaprastha. And here in this verse, we see that how a vanaprastha is giving back everything that he has received. This body is called as deha, and deha means that which is given, jo diya gaya, and therefore, and the one who stays in the deha is a dehi, one who has received all this. And if we have to, go back to Godhead, then we have to close the account. Just like when there is a, marriage in India, so many things are hired. The marriage tent is hired, the tables are hired, the floor carpet is hired, so many things are hired. And once the whole activity marriage is over, then everything goes back into the tent house. And so initially there. And same way, we all, the grahastha, he understands that a human being understands that everything that I have is borrowed property, and therefore I should not be attached to them. I should be willing to give. Therefore, since childhood, this training to give what you have to others is inculcated. That, because our nature is to keep taking. Even during book distribution, one of the techniques that I was taught that when you have something, when you have Bhagavad Gita, then you give to the other person, even before he speaks anything, and something is given. The nature of a conditioned soul is to take. And once the book is in our hand, in the person's hand, and then you start to speak about the glory of the book, what the importance of the book, and then because it's already in his hands, it's against his nature to give something back, like to give out. So, but if we keep the book in our hand, do you want to take? Do you want to Do you want to take this? So, because it's not in their hands, they may not want to take. But once it is already there, they may not want to give back. And so the technique actually works. That there's a psychology that once something is in your hands, so then you don't want to. Therefore, even Amazon uses this. That 10 days return policy. If you don't like it, you can give it back. But most people, once because of that, they say, hey, if I don't like it, I'll return it back. But once they get it, they'll forget it, or maybe now, why do I return? Of course, sometimes we do return if it is totally not useful. But this technique is used that you just take. And so this nature of a conditioned soul to keep holding on to whatever we have is very strong. So therefore, to understand that how each of these elements of our body, each of the parts of our body is controlled and owned by these different devatas who are the limbs of the universal body is important for a vanaprastha. And therefore, through his meditation, he is consciously giving back each of these elements back to not just the element, but the energy of that element also. Not just the eyes, but the energy of the eyes, the power to see, both are coming from Indra. And one should give that back to Indra. And yeah, so, and this conscious, just like when we do yoga nidra, we consciously, focus on each limb of the body and we energize it. We say, focus on your, the right toenail, and, let all the oxygen energize that particular toenail or the right calf muscle, and let all the pain in it, be dissipated. In this way, yoga nidra, focus on each limb of the body. And how many have you done yoga nidra? One of the most difficult asanas uh, is shavasana, acting as if you're dead. It's called shava. Shava means dead person. Shavasana is you're as if you're dead. Most of us just go on to sleep during that time. But there you're consciously, focusing on each of your body parts to energize it. Now this is something like that, something like shavasana, where you're consciously saying this is not mine. Just like when we do yajna, no, idam Radha Krishna abhyam idam na mama. That this belongs to Radha Krishna. This is not mine. We're offering each. Same way, the internal fire that is there, the uh, who is Vishnu, the yajna, the final yajna as the vanaprastha, is to offer each of the elements of the body back to its source, back to him. First to the devatas, and after the devatas, then as the verse goes, we see that all the devatas and all these elements ultimately are to be offered to the Brahman, to the energy of the Lord. And once all that is offered, all that remains is the pure Atma. And then that pure Atma can go back to the spiritual world. This is the true purpose of our life. True purpose. The purpose is not to uh, raise an empire, raise this or that, but the purpose is to give everything that Krishna has given us. In fact, a devotee goes a step beyond even that, to utilize everything that Krishna has given us for his satisfaction. If Krishna has given me the voice, then how do I give that back to Krishna? Not by silencing myself, but by utilizing that my power of voice, my ability to speak, to serve Krishna. How do I give my eyes back? Not just closing my eyes and thinking this Krishna's, by only looking at the form of the Lord, and in using to serve the devotees, but to see how can I serve them using our eyes. And same with the hands. So therefore, the path of bhakti, which is Rishikesha Sevana Bhaktiruttama, is to use all our senses for the pleasure of Rishikesha, is not different than following this yogic path, but provided one is able to understand this reality that everything ultimately is coming from Krishna, and I should not be having this ego, ahankar, that ye mera hai, this is mine. And there are two types of ahankar, that I am something and I have something. I am something is about our identity. That based on intelligence or birth, Janma Shri Shuta Shivi Redamala Madapuma. Srinkunti says, anybody that is of a higher birth, it becomes very difficult for him to approach you because he thinks that I'm born in a Brahmana and but I'm born in a royal family, and these identities don't allow one to fully submit oneself as the servant of the Lord, servant of the devotees. And so therefore, in some ways, the position of a Brahmana is no more uh, uh, glorious because of the knowledge that he acquired, he is able to understand and serve Krishna better. But a Shudra, because of the nature that he carries, that I am, because of natural humility that a Shudra has, because he is not well respected in the society. Therefore, it becomes even more easier for a Shudra to approach Krishna. So in that sense, Krishna has made approaching him equally equal opportunity to all. The Brahmana has an advantage, he also has a big disadvantage. The Shudra has a no disadvantage, but he also has another advantage. In this way, so Krishna therefore he says, Ye tama prapadyante tam sataiva bhajamya. Uh, that every living entity, you can come to me no matter what position. I am equally available for all the devotees, for all living entities. It's not that a Shudra has to go through. Yes, there is a Vedic cycle. Yes, the consciousness evolution cycle. If the bhakti element is not there, but if the bhakti element is there, then then somebody who is even lower than birth-wise, even lower than a Shudra, like Haridas Thakur, he becomes a Namacharya. Even someone who is worshipped by the best of the Brahmanas, Advaita Acharya. So therefore, understanding these words, inspires us to serve better, serve with more vigor. That every ounce of my energy uh, has to be given to Krishna, and not just what Krishna has given us. Therefore, there is this saying: what God has given us is His gift to us, and what we do with that gift of His is our gift to God. Is our gift to God. So in this way, we maybe hear me? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
So yeah. So devotee, when he reads the Bhagavatam, especially these yogic sections, it's not that we have to go through this uh, line by line. We do understand that this is the way, but in the Kali Yuga, the way in which all this is at one shot, completely in unison, is the Harinam Sankirtan, uh, and offering everything that we can at different steps under the guidance of the Guru, slowly one by one. And when we under the guidance of the Guru, when we start to offer, because there may be immaturity at times that even before we are able to uh, detach ourselves or able to ready, if we artificially try to renounce that or use that, it may be therefore there is a stage for everything. And when we have full energy, we should utilize that to serve Krishna, to hear and chant. At the same time, understanding that as I grow old, it is that hearing and chanting that I'll be able to do. All the other aspects, may wane off. We may not be really as I know we will be doing. Like Radhanand Maharaj says that, sometimes those who are distributing books or in some physical activity of serving Krishna, serving Prabhupada, if they don't also focus on, this inner life of a devotee, of absorbing ourselves in hearing and chanting, then as the age progresses, that identity of ours, that way of our serving Krishna, may not be there, and the devotee feels totally out of place. I'm not able to do please my guru. So the way to, as we advance, yes, whatever we can, we try to do. At the same time, when somebody is young and energetic, if he doesn't engage his proclivities, his energies to serve Krishna with all the enthusiasm, then also towards the old age, sometimes these demons, these ghosts may pop up, and they may keep troubling us. So therefore, we need guidance of balancing, but as we come closer to our deadlines, we should understand that all this is in a spirit to serve and please Krishna. It is not just to engage my proclivities, but use my proclivities to serve Krishna, to please Guru. And so therefore, pleasing Guru and serving Krishna remains with the devotee, that spirit of service, and the size and the different aspects of the service, they will change the form. They may not be there. So these are some reflections that I wanted to share about this section and the verse. Are there any questions, comments, suggestions? More than happy to
Hare Krishna.
discuss. Okay, go.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for such a wonderful class. And the class started from saying about the Vanaprastha. And thank you so much for nice insight for the class. And devotees, any questions or realizations, please go ahead. Hare Krishna. Devotees, any questions or realizations? Yeah. Ananga Kishori Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dhanvat Pranam. Thank you for the wonderful class. Prabhuji, my question is that you started your class mentioning about the age 50, but sometimes I feel that even when you discuss such things of like retirement or maybe going to a holy place to practice hearing and chanting more seriously, then sometimes even in ISKCON communities, people laugh it off, saying that we are escapists. Even devotees say that it's escapism to go to holy place and practice spiritual life more seriously. So, how do we know whether we are doing the right thing or wrong? Or we are thinking in the right direction?
Thank you, Mataji. Because it has happened in ISKCON that devotees try to artificially, you know, just go and do bhajan, and because the mind is not still purified, they couldn't focus on that, and the and our acharyas have not, encouraged that kind of knowing our, limitations and our anarthas, the core, the level of, because we are the lowest grade of batch in the jivas. The most of the jivas, they get, elevated right in the Satyuga, then Treta Yuga more eligible, then Dwapar Yuga even more eligible, and so they are the last lot or the worst lot of. So therefore, knowing our natures, our acharyas have not recommended fully going, and even when it is sannyasa, there are different stages. it is said, one stage is called as Bahudak, that you stop eating at home and you kuti check. First is kuti check is that you take a room outside your village and you try to stay there alone. When the food goal comes from the home, then is Bahudak. Then you even stop taking food from there, and you beg from different houses and you eat. And subliminate, removing your identity that this is my home, this is that. And then, parivrajaka, then you start to go around, not just from beg food, but also start to give wisdom. You can only give when you are not becoming envious of what they have. And then is Paramahamsa. And once you are totally, detached, fully absorbed in Krishna, then nothing else matters. When you just preach or wherever, whether you stay, whether you go around, you're only absorbed in Krishna. So most devotees, what they do is that they test themselves, that how absorbed am I? So they go for a yatra. We go for a yatra, and then we see that can I fully absorb myself, and we start to see that how much conditioned I am, how much attached am I to my comforts. So then we understand it all. But so slowly one starts to reduce one's comforts even at home, so that one is able to focus more and more on serving Krishna and not really get attached to the one's comforts. So one should and gradually increase one week, 2 weeks, and say a month. But as I said, this all should be done under the guidance of the Guru. For some devotees, the Guru gives blessings. You are eligible to go and stay in the dham and do some service there along with your bhajan. And for some devotees, like Bhakti Thakur, there was one brahmachari who only used to chant. And the other devotees were very disturbed. I mean, he's only chanting and and we have to do so much fundraising and other things. And when they went and asked Bhakti Thakur, he said, for him, let him only chant because he's able to focus there. But you will not be able to do that. So many other thoughts will keep coming. So therefore, better you engage yourself actively. So yes, so based on the guidance of the Guru, we take steps. But ultimately, it is absorption in Krishna that is the main purpose of life. Vishwakshenu katasya notpada yadi ratim shrama eva hi kevalam. Dharma sunushtita pumsam. All our dharmas, if they don't gradually go to the level of developing a taste to serve, taste to hear, then all that we have done is Shrama Eva hi kevalam. So we do try to test under the guidance of the Guru. And if he blesses us, then we do. But wherever we are, it's not that we have to go to a dham and all this. Wherever we are, limit our social aspects of life and increase our spiritual aspects of life, especially as we are completing our duties, our social duties, our family duties. So that is what I would say.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. I hope that answer is useful, Mataji. Hare Krishna. So, Prabhuji, I don't find any more hand raise or questions.
Ramagauri Mataji maybe want to speak because she was on video before.
Okay. Shyamagauri Mataji?
Yeah, now Vali Mataji also raised her hand.
Okay. Yes, go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Dandvat Pranam Prabhuji, very, very wonderful class about the ashramas and how we have to live our life conditions. At least we have a thought like the plan, and we can proceed in a good way once we know that. And the best thing I like today is the pride, and you said in just 2 points, what I am and what I have. That is very, very inspirational for me. Yeah, those are the two things we always be proud about. So we have to leave that concept, and we have to do the swajay, going inside, and as we do the yoga, we focus on each limb of our body, right? Same thing, we have to focus on our thoughts also. Then we can have that condition of what we have is everything given by Krishna, and what I am is also about our purva karmas and the samskaras that we have in our family. That nothing about us. That is very, very nice, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Radhe Mataji. Oh, yeah. Beautifully summarized. Yes. These two things, I am something and I have something. These are the two. This is called as aham. That's I can do something and I am something. Oh, sorry, aham mameti. Aham is about our identity. Mama is what I have. These two are the two main bondages, anchors that are not allowing us to attain mukti or attain Krishna. Aham and mameti. What is what I am and what I have.
That's so wonderful, Prabhuji. Just in 2 points, you made the life of how we are having these conditions. So nice and simple to understand. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, thank you so much. Any more questions, devotees? Okay. Okay, Prabhuji. So I don't find any more hand raise or questions. So with your permission, we can end the call here, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yes,
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your wonderful time and association. It was a very wonderful class, and we wanted association in future also. Dear devotees, let's pay our obeisances to Prabhuji. Vancha kalpatarupesha
Sindhuvyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
पतितानां
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो
Please
नमः.
raise Braj Mohan Prabhuji
Prabhuji
ki
ki
jai.
jai, jai, jai. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Namaste
Nityananda, Gauranga,
Nityananda.
Radhe.
Hare Radhe.
Nityananda.
Thank you so
Close
much,
the
dear
call,
devotees,
Prabhuji.
for joining the call. Hare